Alright guys, so we're continuing on with the class of 2018, and now that we're done with Gunpla, we're going to talk other things. So in this case, we're going into Transformers. This is the top 5 worst Transformers from this year. Now, I may not be certain on all of them coming from this year, but I definitely all got them this year. Some of them are newer, some of them are technically speaking older, but you'll see why I didn't like them. So let's go ahead and hit up number 5. At number 5 is one of the newer Transformers I've gotten this year, and it is the, of course, Leader Class Optimus. This review wasn't very long ago, but you guys heard my concerns. For the most part, he's not terrible. The stickers aren't great. The connection for a lot of this backpack slash Optimus or Optimus Primal part is where it really gets problematic. The fact that he's completely missing one of his famous modes also really hinders it. And the transformation's actually not bad, but the fact that there are 2 add-on kits coming for this to actually make it a decent Transformer are pretty much what kind of knocks him down. But he's only at the bottom. You know, we're top, technically, of the worst list. He's still pretty good, but he could be way better. I mean, even if the colors were a bit more accurate, he would be pretty cool. So that's why he deserves number 5. Now, next up, go ahead and hit up number 4. See how bad it is. Now, being number 4, it is actually very hard to put a DX9 product on this list, but if I had to, it was going to be Slag. And while I do love this little dude, and I love the detail work, stuff like that, and of course I do have the repro label set for him, the biggest problem is these super loose legs. These hips are stupid loose, and if you didn't have him on a surface that has any kind of friction to it, he would probably just end up doing the splits. Also, the fact that the way these legs are, it's incredibly hard to tilt his feet in a meaningful manner to hold him up. And he has a couple of small tricky parts for transformation, which has, you know, in the end run, scratched him up pretty decently for what it is. I will be getting the Mech Fans Toys version down the line, hopefully, because I really want to get the upscaled ones. And now that I've got the Grimlock that will be coming up in a review sometime soon, that's just what's going to happen. So this guy, you know, he's not nearly as bad as what number 5 was, but he's definitely on the worst list. Number 3, come on down. Yet again, we have another Power of the Prime's leader class, and this time it's going to be Rodimus Prime. For the most part, he's actually pretty good. I really, really like the Hot Rod. The car mode isn't bad. The Space Winnebago needs work, especially sticker-wise. But his transformation kind of sucks. His kibble here in bot mode is not great. The fact that his knees don't have ratchets and can bend both ways has been very problematic for keeping him upright in display. And certain things tend to pop off way too easy. And also the completely unmatching plastics that kind of make it look like it was a second thought. So he's definitely deserving to be right here in the middle of the worst list. Now, this isn't going to be the only Power of the Prime's product before the end, so let's move on. The runner-up for the worst things, well, see, told you it wouldn't take that long. So basically, the Dinobots as a whole, along with Volcanicus. Originally, I had Slag picked out as the worst, but to make it a top 5, I just said screw it. All of them suck pretty much equally. Swoop is about the best one when it comes to design and everything else like that. All the rest of them are garbage. This combined mode is garbage. And you would also have to buy one of 2 fairly expensive add-on kits to really change this thing up and make it look like Volcanicus. But on top of all of that is the ultimate insult that these were done with Deluxes and a Voyager when they should have all been Voyager class to make one Titan class combiner, which would have been so much better. So Volcanicus, all the Dinobots from Power of the Primes, basically done. They all need to be thrown in the bin. Now down the line, am I going to get one of the Dreamwave or the other add-on kits? Probably, but I'm not sure which one as of yet. So let's move on to number 1. And the worst Transformer of the year that I've reviewed is the G1 Reissue Starscream. Now, the sad thing is, I have reviewed this, but it's one of the reviews that disappeared this year. No idea what happened to it. I gave it an okay review, but for the most part, I really did rag on it. This guy has a lot of problems, and it does come down to the G1 design being really silly, plus the way it was redone is not great. The plastics feel like crap, the gaps in things are terrible. This right here in particular, this particular chunk of ABS plastic that holds the wings on, is absolute garbage. I mean, look at this. It doesn't hold on to that at all. I like the addition of the Megatron pistol here and the change up of the hands so that it can hold things. That's really cool. The stickers were not good. And just in general, he's just not a great Transformer. I get that he's a G1 reissue, and that's always a little bit wonky. Jet mode is a little bit better than bot mode, but I just leave him in bot mode so that I can utilize the little Megatron pistol. But that's why he is definitely the worst Transformer I've gotten a hold of this year. Alright guys, so that's my worst Transformers of the Year list. Let me know what yours were, if you have anything worse than this, or if you agree with me on these things. And yeah, make sure you stick around for the rest, because up next will be the best Transformers list. And there's some good stuff on there. And I did have to alter that list ever so slightly, because I had something on there that technically a Transformer, but isn't. So it got moved to a whole different list. And that'll be at the very end of all of this class of 2018. But guys, make sure you do the like, subscribe, and all the things. Check out all of the class of 2018. If you missed the Gunpla list, they'll be in the playlist, probably up here or up here, whichever place. I'm going to make a whole big playlist for everything coming out for the class of 2018. This has been a whole lot of videos so far, and I'm not even close to done. So I'll see you guys on the next one. And remember, as always, keep on nerding.